As you can see, I have added a toolbar to Obsidian, and in this video, not only we are going to talk about how to install and enable this toolbar, but also we are going to talk about every single element inside this toolbar. So for doing so, we should install a plugin. So in order to do so, we should go to Settings, and then we should click on Community Plugins. So if you read this, it says that there might be some potential security issues with some plugins, but in my opinion, if you install the well-known and famous plugins, that would be not very serious. But it's your choice. If you don't want to turn on community plugins, then that's your choice. But I want to turn on community plugins, so I click on it. And here you should click on Browse in order to browse Obsidian plugins. And in this window, remember that you should have internet connection, and after that you should search for Toolbar, and you can find Editing Toolbar plugin, so you should click on it. And then you should click on Install in order to install this plugin. As you can see, it is installing the plugin. And once the plugin has been successfully installed, you should click on Enable in order to enable the plugin. And now I press Close. And once again, I should close this window as well. And now as you can see here, we have an editing toolbar. So for example, I double click on this. And for example, suppose that I want to change the color of this text. So I hover on this icon and then I choose, for example, this color. So as you can see, I have colorized this text. So this one is bold, this one is for making the text italics, this one is for a strike through, and this one is to underline a text. And also if I, for example, select this one, and if I click on this tool, you can see it is going to highlight the text. And if you want to have different colors, so you should select this, and you can use this tool. So you can choose any color that you want for highlighting the text from this tool. And also if you want to clear the text format, so for example, I click on this, and after that, I should click on this eraser icon in order to clear the text formatting. And also suppose that this is a quote and I want to convert this text into a block quote. So I should select it. And after that, I should click on this icon in order to convert this text into a block quote. And also here is a text, and suppose that I want to change the alignment of the text. So first of all, I should hover on this icon, and as you can see, we have different alignments. So for example, suppose that I want to make it center. So I click on this, and as you can see, the text has been put in the center of the screen. So as you can see, we have some texts here, and suppose that I want to make this text header 1. So in order to do so, I should hover on this icon and I should click on this, and as you can see, this is header 1. So if I select this one and if I click on this, this is header 2, and for example, select this one and press this icon, you can see it is header 3, and you can do the same thing for other headers as well. By the way, if you're asking yourself, how did I change these colors? I mean, how did I change the color of these headers? So this is a topic which we have talked in previous videos. And in that video, I talked about how to change these colors automatically. Also, I have added some text, so let's select this one. And if I hover on this icon, you can see if I click on this, we are going to have numbered list. So this is number 1. If I once again click on this, you can see we are going to have number 2 and etc. So this is numbered list. So now let's talk about how to make a bullet list. So for doing so, I should select this text, or I should put the cursor, I should put this blinking thing here in this line, and then I should hover onto this icon and I should click on this bullets list. So we can see we have a bullet list. And if I want to do so for this line as well, so once again, I hover on this and I click on this, and as you can see, we have a bullets list. Also, for example, if I want to indent this line, I should hover on this icon and I should click on this for indenting this list. So as you can see, we have indented this line. And if we want to unindent this line, once again, I should hover on this icon and I should click on this. So once again, I have added some text. So first of all, if I want to add a horizontal divider, in order to do so, I should hover on this and I should click on this. You can see it is horizontal divider. So that's it. This is a horizontal divider. This is a line. And for example, if I want to make this a superscript, so I should click on that and I should hover on this and I should click on this. And this one, I should select this and click on this one in order to have a subscript. Also, if you want to have an inline code, so for example, let's suppose that I want to select this and I want to convert this one into an inline code. So in order to do so, I should hover on this and I should click this one. So as you can see, it is an inline code. But now if I want to add a code block, in order to do so, I should hover on this and I should click on this one, which says code block. So as you can see, we have a code block, and inside of these backticks, I can paste my code. So this is a piece of Python code, and you can see by default, it doesn't recognize the language and it doesn't highlight the code. But if you want to highlight the code, you should specify the language which you're using. So here it is Python. So you can see whenever I add the language, it is going to highlight the code. So once again, you can see that I have added some text here. So now suppose that I want to add an internal link called wiki link. So you can see I've typed, you can find some good websites here, because here in my collections, I have a page for good websites. So I want to link to that page. So for doing so, I can hover on this and I can click on this one, which says insert wiki link. And here I can search for that page, which is websites and good websites. So that's it. So this is a link to that page. So if I hold the control key and I click on this page, you can see it is going to open this page in another tab. So this is the page which I'm linking to. So that's it. But now suppose that I want to embed that page. By saying that page, I mean this page which is for good websites. So suppose that I want to embed that page and not just linking to that page. So in order to do so, once again, I should hover on this and I should click this one, insert embed. And once again, I should search for this page, which is websites good. So good websites. So if I click somewhere else, you can see it has embedded that page inside this page. But now let's talk about linking. So suppose that I want to convert this simple and plain text into a link. So in order to do so, first of all, I should select this text. And after that, I should hover on this and I should click on this one, which says insert link. And after that, inside these two parentheses, I should paste that URL. And if I click somewhere else, you can see this text has been converted to a link. But now let's talk about these two icons. So for example, if I click on this, you can see we have two side panels. This is on the right side and this is on the left side. So if I click on this, you can see it is going to full screen. It is going to make the workspace a full screen. And once again, if I click on it, you can see it is going to bring back those panels. And also, if you click on this icon, you are going to have the focus mode. And once again, if you click on it, you are going to have the normal mode. And this icon is for undo, and this icon is for redo. But if you want to colorize the text in Obsidian like a pro using shortcuts and these types of things, you can watch this video, which is on the right side of the screen. And also, you can find the link to a step-by-step tutorial playlist for Obsidian in the description below.